Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. So today's video is gonna be a transformation video I did on my muse slash model called Kirsty. It was actually a day to her birthday, so we decided to come up with something very fun and interesting look, especially with her hair color and the blonde cut, and it's kind of like ginger. People call her ginger, but I really like the color. It suits her skin tone so well. So I just want to apologize in advance that there might be some parts that might be blurred out, or I might be blocking some part. It was just because I didn't really notice when I was filming the video that you weren't able to see some of the stuff I did, but for most part of this video everything was pretty much visible. So let's just get right into the tutorial.
No, if you don't know me, I'm sorry. I give it to him, give it just like that. I give it to him, give it just like that. I give it to him, give it just like that. I give it to him, give it just like that. Saying should be doing, should be that, should be doing, should be that.
Well, Kirsty has large pores and she has quite oily skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a primer, and the primer I'm using is the Pond Vanishing Cream Primer, and I'm going to apply that on her T-zone areas, the eyebrow area, and I also went into using Maybelline Pore Eraser as well, just to blow out the pores a little bit on her like on her cheek area. Then I went in using my Melanin Glow illuminator, and I applied that all over her face just to give her that glow. Then I went ahead to set that with my Makeup Revolution Pro Fixing Spray as well as my MAC Fix Plus, just let that settle in her skin and also to act as a primer as well. Then going in with the foundations, I used the Zaron Healthy Glow foundation, and this is a Nigerian brand foundation, and I really love this foundation. They are amazing. Sorry guys if I sound funny, I've lost my voice. It's been a hectic couple of weeks, but I've lost my voice and I'm hoping it comes back really soon. But anyway, I'm just going to use a beauty blender to blend the foundation out on her face, and I'm just going to make sure that it's seamless and it's even, because once you have a flawless base, the rest of your canvas and whatever you're going to be creating is going to be flawless and effective with the other methods you're going to be using later. So I'm just going to blend that into her skin and let that settle. She did have a scar there. I thought it was something on her face, but I'm just going to go ahead and just blend and blend and blend. Keep blending until you're satisfied with how flawless it looks. Now I'm going to go in with concealer, and I'm using Zaron liquid concealer, and this is the shade Dark, and I'm just going to apply that on the highlighted areas, which is under her eyes, the cupid's bow, underneath her chin. Like I said, some part of this video I might have been blocking over my body because I didn't realize, but this is what I ended up doing just to show you guys, just like you know that Kirsty is such a happy girl. Like, oh my god, she was just laughing and smiling throughout this video. Then I'm going to low light or contour, like you guys know, with the Black Opal True Color foundation stick, and I'm using the shade Ebony Brown, and this is the darkest shade that Black Opal carries. So I'm just going to contour her forehead, the hollows of her cheeks, as you guys can see what I've done there, and I'm just going to blend that out using one of a random AliExpress blending brush. I'm just going to blend that into her skin flawlessly, just to make sure that blends in. And I went in to use a beauty blender as well, just to remove any excess foundation for the contour around the perimeter of her head.
Give it to him, give it just like that. I give it to him, give it just like that. I give it to him, give it just like that. I give it to him, give it just like that. Saying should be doing, should be that. Should be doing, should be that. Should be doing, should be that. Cause I give it to him, give it just like that. If you wanna know the secret, I can tell you. Reggae and calypso in my room, so when my hips so when me go faster than a horse, so me rock so me lips so me every dance show reggae and calypso in my room, so when my hips so.
So I'm going to highlight I'm gonna blend out the highlighted areas basically, and I'm still using the same blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that into her skin. And I am blending the forehead and the bridge of the nose. And what I do is with the highlight, I always leave it to sit on the skin for a couple of minutes so that it would warm up on the skin, and when I'm blending it, it's gonna be so flawless. Like basically it's harder for the it's harder for the concealer to move that way when you've left it to sit on the skin for a couple of minutes, and it blends easily. Like, oh my god, it blends so much better. So I found that trick to be helpful. So that's why you guys will probably notice that I do my contour first before I do my highlighted areas. So I'm just going to apply all of that, like blend all of that flawlessly. As you guys can see now, you can see all the dimensions in the face, where the highlight is, where the contour kind of like, this like cute, really cute flawless canvas. Like, I love the skin work, and it's so full coverage but yet bit. Then I went ahead to set the highlighted areas as well as the contoured areas. But for the highlighted areas, I used my Ben 9 not banana powder, my Ben 9 powder in topaz, because she's dark skinned, so I didn't want anything ashy or anything that would give a flashback on her face. And I went ahead as well to do a reverse contour. Then going in with my Ben 9 Media Pro Poudre palette. I actually just got this palette from Tint Makeup Professionals, and I'm so loving this palette. I'm so here for this powder palette. I'm just gonna use it to set the contoured areas. And this this powder palette, it's amazing. Pricey, very pricey if you're not a makeup artist, but it's definitely worth it. And I'm just going to use that dark shade, I think the second to the darkest shade in that palette, just to set all the contoured areas flawlessly on her face.
No other one can replace me. No, say your heart can deny me. No, say your heart can deny me. Only girl in the world like me. No, say your heart can deny me. No, say your heart can replace me. No, say your heart love me truly. Like, baby boy.
So I'm gonna go with my Kudo Cosmetics powder, 12 color powder palette, and this Kudo Cosmetics are affiliated with Black Opal somehow. It's an American brand, and I'm going to be using the powder that matches her shade best from this powder palette. Sometimes the powder palette I might have to use 2 powders to get the right shade, but I really don't mind because I love this powder palette. It's amazing, full coverage. It's everything. So I'm just gonna use that to blend everything into her face to make sure that I get a seamless result. So I'm just going to use that to set the foundation, the highlighted areas, the contoured areas. I'm just going to use that to blend that out. Then I'm going to do the brow work and the eyeshadow work, but I did my eyebrows off camera because it takes longer to do and it was just so kind of hard. So what I went to do was I went to apply setting powders to the highlighted areas, and the setting powder I used was Beauty by AD in Tony. So for my eyeshadow, I went in with my eyeshadow palette in my Freedom System palette from Inglot, and the Saharan eyeshadow palette for this part. And sorry that it's kind of blurred out, but I'm just going to tell you the shades I used. I used Marrakesh on the lid, and then I used Hadia as well on the lid, and then I also used Zora at the outer corner, and I blend that into the crease a bit. But I used Hadia as the middle shade that I used that to blend the 2 shades together, so that it could give this really lovely gradient. Then I'm going to use my Inglot gel liner to give her some wings, and then apply lashes. And the lashes I used, as you guys know, are from AliExpress. If I find the link, I'll put it down in the description bar. But these lashes are amazing, lightweight. It's so buff. Then once the eye work is done, then I went ahead to apply a black eyeliner on a waterline, which I didn't show on camera, and the black eyeliner was from Mabrook. And then I went ahead to apply mascara, and this is another trick I use when I apply my mascara. I kind of put a paper underneath the lash line so that it won't get onto the skin work. Then for the lips, I am using my MAC Chestnut liner, and I'm using this orange lipstick I got in Nigeria. It's a Nigerian brand as well, I believe. It's called Ferrucci. It's like an orange. No, it's not. It is an orange an orange lipstick actually. So what I got Kirsty to do was I got her to blend it in, and then I went in with a clear gloss and I went over the lips with it, and I made sure that that was as neat as possible. And I really liked this lip look on her skin as well. It was so gorgeous, and it goes well with the eye look. I was thinking of going for red, but I was like, nah, not everyday red, sometimes do a different color. And now spring is around the corner. I was like, wow. And I applied some blusher, and I'm going to apply that to the apple of the cheeks. And the blusher I use, you guys know this blusher a lot, it's very popular. It's a Sahara blush palette from Juvia's Place. And I'm going to go and set all her face again, and I'm switching back to my Ben 9 powder palette, and I'm using that to blend everything into her skin to make it nice and sweet. Then it's time for her to shankwankwa, like shankwankwa, like. So I'm using this highlighter from Dami. If you know at that girl Dami on Instagram, you know her brand is called DFA Cosmetics. And I'm using the shade called Melanin Glow on the highest point of the cheekbones to give her that glow. Like, yes honey, glow for me. If you know Dami, you know Dami is a glow goddess. So I'm done with the face now, and I'm going to go on to the chest and the neck area, and I'm using this bronzing butter I got from a vendor, a Nigerian vendor as well. It's called the Opus Creation bronzing butter, and this is actually amazing. It gives you that natural beautiful glow all over like your body, your chest area. It's so buff. And I also sometimes I use it as a base of my foundation as well sometimes. So this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe if you loved this look, if you enjoyed it. And if you have any comments or any question, make sure you leave it down in the description bar. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll hopefully by God's grace see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.
Sit down on it and let you sit down on it, sit down on it. Why for me, baby girl? My girl, me a shut down. Everywhere me a burn down. And if you don't know me, no, if you don't know me, I'm sorry. I give it to him, give him just like that. I give it to him, give him just like that. I give it to him, give him just like that. I give it to him, give him just like that. Should be that, that, that. Should be that, that, that. Cause I give it to him, give him just like that. I give it to him, give him just like that. I give it to him, give him just like that. I give it to him, give him just like that.